Well, hey there folks, welcome back once again to the Hop House. It's Eddie here. Time for another beer review, another virgin beer review, and it's the last from this batch, from the order that I put in from Seven Brothers Brewing. If you're new to the channel though, however, hi, welcome along, this is the Hop House. Do me a favour, like, share, subscribe, share the love, all that good stuff. It's the Hop House with that hoppy beer, with that good house music. We're on the beer side. So thanks for joining us, welcome along. We're almost a year old as well, so listen out, because I'm going to put a post up about what I'm going to do for the first birthday. Right, carrying on then. Seven Brothers Brewing in Salford in Manchester. Found them last year randomly, and they're quite ethical with some of the things that they do, so I thought I'd put in an order, and so I did. So in this batch of reviews is going to be the last one from this batch, and we've run through some of their 330ml cans, their sort of core range if you like, that's available on their website. Go check them out. I'm also wearing their t-shirt, which I did point out in the first review, but I haven't in the last two. So it says 7 on the front, and then on the back, look, Seven Brothers. Don't know what all that's about. Should we crack on? Okay, so up next, I think I'm sort of a bit excited for this, because I don't know what to expect from it. It's this Seven Brothers Sabro IPA, 5% ABV. So Sabro is one of the newer hops that sort of come to the forefront this year, and Sabro is usually more coconutty. There's like a coconut vibe going on from Sabro. It's quite similar to sort of, it goes well with Idaho 7, and it can also be matched with sort of something like a Citra or a Mosaic that will give you more mango-y flavours, and this brings you a bit more coconutty, and I think it also be matched with Strata, which again is very citrusy, tropical, zesty. But this is Sabro. It's a 330ml can. Look, it's got very sort of beachy, sunshine-esque. So is it trying to give you that coconutty pina colada sort of, we're on the beach in the Caribbean kind of vibe? Quite possibly. So I'm looking forward to this. Now I've also got a Seven Brothers glass, and I thought, you know what, it's the last one of these batches, so I did give it a wash out and a rinse out. So hey ho, it's half pint glass, so it's not going to fit the whole can in, so we might have to do a couple of pours on this one, people, a couple of pours. Right, speaking of pouring, I'm going to stop boring and start pouring. Right. Here she goes. And again, it's very light in colour. All their IPAs have been really, really light, I have to say. But this is very light indeed, and it's clear. There's no haze to that. It is a clear see-through beer, so it looks like it's been fined and filtered. It's the clearest one of the lot, actually. That is, I can see there's no haze to that. So it is a clear see-through beer. For any traditionalists, out there, you're probably going to think, oh, good, I'm fed up with you looking at that cloudy piss. Apologies to any traditionalists, by the way, you're probably not thinking that at all. Yeah, a little bit of a white head on it, jig it around a bit. It might just be because this has just been washed out. Looks okay, I'll pour it up to the light. It's very, 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 very pale, almost like ghost-like. It's really light blonde in colour. Almost looks like a cider, but with those bubbles, not that many bubbles, a very flat cider. Should we go for the aroma? Right, we're going to stick that in there. We're going to give it a whiff, see what we can sniff. Not getting much on the aroma, to be honest. Slight hint of coconut, sort of hoppiness and coconut, but not much. It smells almost like a bit lager malty base, like there's a lager malt in there that's a bit crisper. I'm struggling to pick up much, to be honest. Come on. Slight little bit of sort of earthy, florally dampness maybe. a tiny little bit of lime. It's all very subtle in the smell. Right, let's give it a try. Bottoms up down the hatch. Oh, the coconut's there in the back end. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Trying to pick out what I'm tasting here. It's very Mai Tai-ish, very pina colada Mai Tai type taste. So it's very little bit of lemon. Is it lemon or lime? Stand by. It's at the back end where it shines. That's really interesting. It's really at the back end where you're like, "Ooh, hello, where do you come from?" So at the front, it's quite fizzy. It's quite fizzy and thin. It's not really a soft, thicker mouthfeel. Definitely the back end where it comes in, it really gives you like a coconut sort of rummy vibe at the back. But that's at the back end. At the beginning, comes in, it's a bit fizzy and a bit... You're not really getting any sweetness from it. It's quite fizzy. Like, I just keep using the term fizzy because that's how it feels at the front of your mouth. Then it's in the aftertaste where all this comes in. The aftertaste is sublime because it's so different. That's got to be the Sabro hop. It's all in the back of the palate. It's all the back end in the aftertaste of this. Excuse me, apologise, that was disgusting. But that shows you how fizzy it is. Oh, let's take a Rennie. Yeah, so it's fizzy. We've established that. We've established this is a fizzy beer. Then you get I'd say more lime than lemon, because the only reason I say more lime than lemon because the coconut really comes in at the back end. So you think like coconut rum and lime, don't you? You know, like a Bacardi, a mojito type jobby. You know, one of them. Yeah, it's definitely more coconut and lime now. Oh yeah, it smells like a mojito. Fizziness, the lemon and the lime. It doesn't hit you down the side of the tongue. It sort of stays at the front, which is weird. And then you swallow it, it disappears, and then the back, this raging coconut comes through, and it leaves you feeling like you've had a rum cocktail. It's interesting. Right, bit of laser vision. See how it jigs around. There you go, that's better. Maybe get a bit more of a head going now. Like I say, it might be because we washed the glass out just beforehand. Very light and pale. Yeah, it does chase around the bubbles chase the head of the glass really nicely. Jig it about a little bit more just to get a tiny bit more hair. Look at that, look at that. You really push it around, you can really see it. Go, go, go. Go, Johnny be good. Go, Johnny, go. Yeah, it smells like a mojito. Oh, it's in the aftertaste. It really is in the aftertaste. That is, it's very different. I might have only maybe had one. Sabro's a new hop to me, really. Maybe I've had like one or two beers that's got something else than Sabro. Whether this is solely hopped with Sabro, with it being a Sabro IPA, I don't know. But it's how it it comes in at the back, and it's still there now. This beer is all about the aftertaste. It really is. It just puts a smile on my face. It reminds me of being in Antigua. Beach I used to go to in Antigua, and we used to get like rum cocktails and like coconut shell cups, and when I used to work on the cruise ships, it just reminds me of sort of being there. It's similar to the in the earlier days of the channel, we did that double IPA Mai Tai jobby thing. It's maybe that had Sabro in it, and it just reminds me of that. That's quite remarkable. Now, it's not going to be for everyone, because there's going to be people that are more into your more traditional beers or stuff that's really hoppy. This is hoppy, but in a different way. It's not sweet. It's not sweet, but it's not really rip your tongue out bitter. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's got that coconut element, but without being like you're tasting a Bounty, if you know what I mean. It's more mojitos, so the lime element of it really tarts it out so that the coconut shines through at the back end. That's ace. I like it. It's I think I've got to the point now where I like it if something's a bit different, because you can have beers that are really good and grapefruity, lemon and limey and all that stuff, and you can have the New England stuff that's more oaty and sweet, but sometimes some of the beers just blend in and be a bit the same. That is not the same. That is very different. Very, very different indeed. But it's cracking. I really like it. Right, let's read the spiel on the can, and then I'll tell you what I think of it rating wise. So, Sabro IPA. Sabro, for this IPA, we've given our trustworthy friend Sabro the spotlight. Expect a tropical tide wave of coconut and citrus flavours, laid out on a smooth bed of Pilsner malt, dextrin malt and naked oats. 5% ABV. Seven Brothers Brewing beer. That's right, each of us look at things a little differently, but one thing we agree on is brewing great tasting beer. sevenbrothers.com. And again, I'll point out to those that are interested that the T is actually a 7, so it'll be 7bro7hers.com. There you go. Yes, that is fabulous. Fabulous because it's different. And it's put a smile on my face because it's made me think back to the times of being on the beach in the Caribbean. And I'm clearly not now because it's November and I'm in Telford, Shropshire. So I'm nowhere near Antigua. But it's put a little smile on my face. I like it, and I thought it smelled a bit lagery when I initially got the first whiff. Wait for it. There it is. So, what can I say about Seven Brothers Brewing? First of all, I'm an independent beer reviewer. I've only been going, well, not even a year yet. So I'm no expert. I don't brew my own beer. I don't work in the industry. I'm just a fat bloke in a kitchen that waffles on to you guys. So I paid for these beers. I bought it. I got it delivered and yada, yada, yada. They haven't sent me any of these beers to review. I will tag them in these reviews when I put them up. But they've wowed me. This is the 4th beer I've had from Seven Brothers, and all 4 have made me go, wow. Changed my opinion of them, I suppose. The reason being is I liked what they did with the recycled Rice Krispie cornflake stuff. And it was nice, it was different, but it wasn't like, oh, that's really good beer. It was just like, oh, that's a really good ethos, really good ethically going forward. Save the planet, you know. Climate change battling and all that stuff. Now, with these, that's good quality craft beer. In my opinion, for my tastes, it's opinion based. So, the first three I gave 2 thumbs up for. This gets 2 thumbs up and a foot. Not that I can get it in the video because I'm not athletic in any way, shape or form. Right, 2 thumbs up and a foot for Sabro IPA. I love that because it's so different. It's still there now. I feel like I've had a rum cocktail. I feel like I've had a mojito. It's beer. And there you go. Great, great. Such a shame it's in a small can. And I bet that on draft would be amazing. It'd be top notch. Great. 2 thumbs up and a foot. Thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe. And we'll see you again for another beer review on the Hop House. I will do the other 7 Brewers, the 440ml, on a different day, but not today. Ciao for now, people. Ta-ra.